Welcome to another episode of Backpass Tactics. We build backwards and transition forward because every goal begins with building from the back and passing forward. Let's talk about the MTN8 winners, the four-time MTN8 winners, Orlando Pirates. Let's talk about Coach Ouaddou, what my thoughts on Coach Ouaddou are. Let's talk about Mbogazi, the young centre-back that Orlando Pirates has, who my best transfer signing for Orlando Pirates is so far, what my plan for Orlando Pirates would be if I were the sporting director at Orlando Pirates, the Mofokeng and Oswin Apollos issue, my solution to this issue, Orlando Pirates style of play, and what this means for the team going forward. So let's start with the fact that everyone was wrong about Coach Ouaddou. Everyone judged Coach Ouaddou too quickly. I remember when he first started the first few games, the fans already wanted him gone. There was a point when Coach Ouaddou was coaching next to two bodyguards every match. You'd think that he had assistant coaches and bodyguards in his technical team. There was a point where the team was protecting him so much because the fans were impatient. And this is the problem with teams like Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, and Mamelodi Sundowns. They are very impatient. They want results immediately. They don't allow a coach to settle in the team. Obviously, Coach Ouaddou needed time in order for him to understand the team, in order for him to implement his philosophy. I mean, the guy signed more than 10 players. He signed a lot of players. This means that so many players had to be integrated into the team. He had to win the confidence of the players. Because as you know, when you take over from a coach that was respected and loved by the fans and other players, this means that you have to win their confidence as a coach. You have to allow them to trust you because you can't just come in and tell them what to do. You have to build their trust. You have to build their confidence and implement your philosophy bit by bit. So now that Coach Ouaddou has won the MTN8, I feel like this eases a lot of pressure from him, from the fans. This allows him to start cooking, start making new recipes without people coming into the kitchen and asking him, why aren't you serving the Jose Rivero type of food? Why are you changing the recipe? So now Coach Ouaddou has the freedom to work in the kitchen without interference from people. He now has the freedom to do whatever he wants because he's given himself time by winning the MTN8. Let's talk about Orlando Pirates' captain, Mbogazi, the young centre-back. In my opinion, I believe this should be Mbogazi's last season at Orlando Pirates. Next year, Mbogazi should be playing in one of the top 5 leagues in Europe. The boy is one of the best centre-backs in South Africa. His confidence levels, his stamina, his physicality, the way he passes the ball, he's a ball-playing centre-back who has strength, confidence, and has an eye for a forward pass. He fits what we call a modern centre-back. Mbogazi is one of the best centre-backs that South Africa has produced in the last 15 years. In as much as he hasn't played as many games, but from what I've seen so far, I'm convinced that next year, Mbogazi should be playing in Europe in one of the top 5 leagues. And in terms of Orlando Pirates' new signings, as you know, they made so many signings. They signed Mbule, they signed Oswin Apollos, they signed Sebelebele. There were so many players that Orlando Pirates signed. But in my opinion, the best signing that Orlando Pirates made this transfer window was Sebelebele. He was one of the few signings who hit the ground running for the team. He's quickly becoming a fan favorite. Sebelebele's work ethic is very commendable. He's one of those wingers that knows how to score. He can play as a wing back. He's got so much energy and he fits the team like a glove. So I just want to give credit to Orlando Pirates technical team for scouting and finding a talent like Sebelebele because he is the best signing at Orlando Pirates so far. And in my opinion, so far in the Premier Soccer League, he's probably in the top 3 signings so far in the season due to his contributions for the team. Right now, if we're being honest, Sebelebele is one of the 3 most impactful players at Orlando Pirates in the team. And then in terms of Orlando Pirates' plan going forward, here is my controversial take. Orlando Pirates should restart their 5-year plan. I remember when Jose Rivero came to Orlando Pirates, apparently there was a 5-year plan for the team. Now that the team has a new coach, I believe it's time to restart the 5-year plan because I believe Ouaddou should get his own type of plan. You can't use the same 5-year plan that Jose Rivero had for this new coach because this is a new coach with different targets, different signings, different philosophy. So I'd say Orlando Pirates should reshuffle the 5-year plan. They should restart the 5-year plan and maybe have a 3-year plan for Coach Ouaddou. So here's what my 3-year plan for Coach Ouaddou would be. This season, he's already won the MTN 8. He should be in the top 2, competing with Sundowns, but not necessarily winning the league. Next year, I believe his target should be reducing the number of points that Mamelodi Sundowns wins the league by. Next year, Ouaddou's expectations should be number 2 and maybe only 6 points apart from Sundowns. And then the following year, he should be expected to win the league. So the 3-year plan would entail Ouaddou winning the league after 3 seasons. Of course, next year he should also win another domestic cup, maybe an MTN 8 and a Nedbank Cup next season. This season, the MTN 8 is fine for him as a target. Let's also talk about the Oswin Apollos and Mofokeng issue and what my suggestion for this is. I believe Oswin Apollos should stay as the winger for Orlando Pirates and Mofokeng should be tried as a number 10. I believe Mofokeng should be used as a number 10 until he masters that position. Because the way Oswin Apollos is playing lately, there's no reason for the team to not have Oswin Apollos in the winger position. And I believe Mofokeng can make a good attacking midfielder. He just needs time, patience, and a lot of determination for him to master the role. Going forward, I believe Mofokeng's role in the team should be as a number 10. And as much as Coach Ouaddou is cooking, there's a few problems that I see at Orlando Pirates. As of right now, the team is playing very well, I'll admit. The team is playing very well, but in most cases, the team relies mostly on individual brilliance rather than team effort. So I'd suggest for the team to reduce the individual brilliance reliance and focus on playing as a team, winning as a team in order to go forward, because there'll be games whereby there won't be any individual brilliance. Oswin Apollos won't cook any magic. Sebelebele won't cook any magic. And this will require the team to play together as a unit and to win the game as a unit. Some games require individual brilliance. Some games require team effort. And the best teams know how to play as a collective. They know how to win together without relying on one player, because sometimes players have their ups and downs. Lastly, before the transfer window ends, I would love for Orlando Pirates to sign a clinical striker. A striker that can contribute maybe 14 goals for the season. So Orlando Pirates would just need a number 9 that is a clinical striker. That's the only thing missing from Orlando Pirates right now in the season. Everything else is perfect. The team is progressing well and they're doing very well in the Premier League. That's it, folks. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share with family and friends. I'll be right back like Reece James, hopefully not injured and having proper vocal cords.